All right, back at it for the third period. I'm Ben Myers, SuffernPub.com. And it is 4-0 Suffern out in front in this Wildcat Classic Finals. Trying to adjust the cameras here. And hopefully for the online portion of our viewing audience, the live version at least, things are a little clearer and a little bit more steady because we've gone back to the mounted camera. Batteries are an issue though, so we'll try and keep it going. Shot and a save made. Yeah, an extra couple whistles here as Madika was able to get his glove to it. 4-0 though, 20 to 15 are the shots in favor of Suffern. Still trying to adjust things here, get things set up just right for you at home. There we go, that should be better for everybody. 14:25 left, big hit into the boards over there, and that one was delivered by Joe Boyce. And a little bit of retribution as Derek Farrell got a chance to deliver some of his own. New goalie in for the Wildcats, taking over is Max Barone in goal for West Genesee. Hasn't been tested yet after Henry Burns let up 4 goals in the first 2 periods. Through the neutral zone, bring it in with Jaeger. That'll be the first opportunity for Barone to see some action today. 20 to 16 are the shots now. 4-0 is the score though in Suffern's favor. And like we said before, when you're trying to look at the ice along the near side board, still a lot of bodies in the way. Different kind of setup here at Shove Park. Not necessarily bad or anything like that, just a different kind of setup. Tough to see the benches, tough to see the near side glass as we're raised up and kind of hanging out almost over the ice a little bit. Still 4-0 though in Suffern's favor. West Genesee going to try and get back into this one. They haven't been able to figure out Madike just yet though. Bring it back in around Karuta. He had that first goal, and it's a pretty soft one, but now 3 more for Suffern in that second period. 2 of them came on the power play. Back up in and around. Go out through the neutral zone. Gonna have an icing here against the Mounties if it gets over the line, and it does. So bring it all the way back down into Suffern ice. Down, controlled by West Genesee momentarily, then taken away by the Mounties. Move it out into the neutral zone thanks to Tiso, who has a goal in that second period. Go back in behind, 13-13 left to go, 4-0. Suffern leads West Genesee in this rematch of New York State semifinalists. .06 left to play. Finally get one through for Barone. He'll put the blocker on it, put it back in behind before his defenders help him out. Move it out with Michael along the near side. Now a shot on, and it'll be saved by Madika again. A couple of blades go after it. Nobody's able to get it. And a chance up for now. Here comes one. This shot and a score! And there comes West Genesee. They get their first of the night. Came from the top of the slot from Michael, and now it's 4-1 Suffern as West Genesee gets their first one back. They're going to have to pull out all the stops though. 12:46 left, and they've just gotten on the board. Won by the Wildcats. They're going to have to win a lot of face-off. Bring it back in. Another shot on Madika. Will make a save this time. Nobody can find the puck. Finally policed up by Colabufo. Loose through the slot, then cleared by the defense. Goes the length of the ice. Icing will be the call. West Genesee having to get a little momentum on their side now. 12:15 left. They're down 4-1. Shots are 21-19 in Suffern's favor. Wildcats have a chance to get back in it here. They'll have a face-off off to the right-hand side of Medica in goal. Puck is down, won by West Jenny. They'll keep it in. Play it along the far side boards. Defenders are there, but again, they keep it in. Shot up coming, and here it comes, and Medica made a leg save there, and a nice one. And the defenders helped them out with a rebound. Go through neutral zone. Hill is there. Hill slam on the brakes, the corner. Can't get anything going though, and he has to fire it along back and behind. Near side, once again obscured from our view. Finally emerges into the neutral zone, then goes back into that obscured view. Now it'll sling back in behind the West Genesee goal. Duel for it there, bounces out near the blue line. Hill touches it there, keeps it in for Suffern. He can't keep the handle though. Now it goes through the neutral zone, now into Suffern ice. Bounce back and forth, developing situation here for the Mounties. They'll get a backhand on, but it's wide, and Barone didn't even have to touch it. It was no good. 11:25 left to go. 4-1, Suffern in the lead. Michael will play it, try and get it through neutral ice by way of Farrell. Back into Mounties ice, and they'll have to bounce it off the boards to get it out into the neutral zone. Back in behind, West Jenny gets the handle of it there. They backhand it out to the neutral ice. And Suffern's going to go back and forth, but actually they're going to retreat and bring it back up underneath us. Tom Mahoney there, bounces back and forth. So he actually get the pass over to Jager. Jager's going to turn around, do 180, and now bring it up this left side. Tipped away as it'll be held in. Diving play there made by Shatner, but he can't get back to it. Mahoney's the first one to get a stick on it as the Wildcats hold it in, but can't get in possession with 10:35 left to play in the period. Backhand, try and play it back down into the corner. West Jenny keeping the pressure on, but can't get any shot. Backing behind is Farrell, gets a pass on. Now a shot was going to go well wide, and it was Haney. Now it'll get another one. Medica's going to glove this one and hold. Last shot that time came from Kalmazewski. Medica was able to hold it and maintain the 4-1 lead for the Mounties. Draw. No one can pull it. Now West Jenny will emerge with it. Trying to play it along the right side. He's handling. He can't get it there. Now he'll get a pass, but the lane was closed up quickly. Michael had a go at it, but it bounced off shins and went back out on the neutral ice. Defenders for the Wildcats work it back up to Michael. He's engaged over on the side by Haggerty. Gets it in onside, but the defense is there. Weird bounce off of the glass, and Michael will get it back out near the red line, and he'll dump it back in. Touched up by Costa, and he goes back and forth. He tries to play it off the boards to himself. Finally does, but then it'll be taken away by a defender. West Jenny in possession now, trying to play the top of the slot. Michael flipped one towards goal, and Medica actually, I think he screened on that. And might have had a little bit of post-whistle activity that time, but they're just going to just walk away from it. 4-1, Suffern in the lead. 9:35 left. Shots are even, 21-21. The score is not. 4-1, Suffern out in front. Controlled by West Genesee, swing and a miss, and now we'll go back into the neutral zone, which is gobbled up by Jaeger, coming in on Barone. He's engaged by defenders, and now he'll be knocked back out into neutral. Dump back in by Suffern. They're just playing against the clock right now with a 3-goal advantage. 9:15 left to play. 3-goal lead for Suffern. Near side, body hits the deck, and I think we're going to have a penalty for interference here. And going to the side, I think, is Rothloff. so Suffern going to have the advantage here for a minute 30. And I don't know if technically they scored on one of the power plays. They make them they might technically be 1 for 3 on the power play tonight. I'm not sure if they were on the power play when they had their first one, but anyway, they've scored twice with a penalty assessed against West Genesee. So 2 for 4 or 1 for 3, depending on how you want to look at it. And they have another advantage right here. 42 seconds left on the power play, 8:10 left to play, or excuse me, 8:18 left to play in this one. Deflect off a couple, top of the slot, nobody can get a touch on it though, and now it'll eventually get knocked back out into neutral, and Suffern will start everything all over again, go through Karuta, and now Hill is going to go in pursuit of the puck, but it'll be flipped up over his head, it's going to get back into the back to Dominica, and he'll play it out to Karuta. Udo credited with that first goal. Pretty soft one though, so it probably bounced off somebody, but he was the last Mountie to touch it, so he got credit for the goal. Break it up with Buffo, and he'll backhand it back in, and here comes Suffern again. West Genesee going to have to start pulling out the stops if they want to get back into this one, back at even strength. 7.5 left to play, halfway through this final period. Bodies will meet in the attacking third for Suffern. Nothing of great threat thus far, finally emerging with it and bringing it back in behind. Now they'll bring it through neutral. No one won't get it out through neutral ice there as DeMarco was able to keep it. And now into the neutral zone come the Wildcats now over. Shot out of the deep goal, make a save. Like we lost the online feed, so you're going to have to go back to the shaky and blurry here for a moment there, folks. Sorry about that. See if we can there. That's probably the best we're going to be able to have here for the rest of this one. Shot on in front. Also pushing and shoving. Let's go down to the ice, and a little bit of frustration on the part of the Wildcats here. Batteries ran out on the computer. It happens. Sorry, folks. Beauty of technology. Sometimes it just runs out of juice. It's still 4-1 in Suffern's favor. Shots actually in West Genesee's advantage now. 23-21 are the shots. But Madica's had a great night. 22 saves thus far. Back around on the boards by Costa, taking it. It'll be reversed by Hill. He'll get up ahead of steam and bring it out to the left-hand side. Working near side boards. Couldn't get a pass connected. Now it'll be loose back in behind the West Genesee goal. Actually, that looked like a mouth guard down there along next to the puck. It's hard to tell which was which for a moment. Into the slot, bounces off of a few. Hill gets it back on his stick. He'll try the wraparound. No good, and he knocked back out near the near side boards. Shot upcoming, hits a defender in the slot. Finally brought out. Will get into the neutral zone, trying to get a handle on it. It was West Genesee, but they couldn't get the attack going the whole way. Mike will have it back behind his own goals. It's backhanded in by Suffern. 5:55 left, 4-1 in Suffern's favor. Another chance on Medica. He'll make another stop and another stoppage in play as the Mounties are trying to just wrap this one up. By Brennan, who's been penalized twice tonight, but they haven't hurt Suffern yet. Chance at the top, but this one beat Medica actually, but it was too wide. He's going to shake another shot at the side of the netting. Finally loose. Another chance! Tommy Hanley that time cuts the lead in half. 4-2. Suffern leads West Genesee now. And it's not over yet. 5:35 left to play, and the Wildcats have a little bit of life. down. Here comes Hanley with the goal, makes it 4-2, Suffern's favor. West Genesee having a try here again. Backhand pass, shot upcoming. This one's going to be Medica, but it's going to be wide and high. Chance again, shot, no. Going to hit the fenders in front, still loose. Bouncing puck is going to go just wide to the left. As West Genesee almost got their third in less than a period. Right now it's 4-2, Suffern leads. Shots are 26-21 in West Genesee's favor. 4:40 left to play in this one. Suffern on the attack right now. Max Barone in instead of Burns, who was removed after the second period. Doesn't get a shot on there though, and here comes West Genesee back the other way as they switch skaters. I think whoever one of the attackers for the Wildcats was didn't know they were in the middle of a change, and I think we're going to have a hand pass here or offside. Well, I think either way we're going to have a face-off in neutral ice as West Genesee tries to get back into this one. Merge with it will be Farrell. He'll drop one in on Medica. He'll glove and hold. He'll have another stoppage. 4:16 left in this one. One by West Jenny. They can't get a shot just yet. Now they'll get a backhand try, but it was deflected high and wide. Clear it out for Suffern. No, the Wildcats will hold it in. Now they'll back it out on their own along the near side boards. Try and get it back in with Michael. Michael coming in. Couldn't get good wood on it though. No back bounces. Bounce back in behind. He'll emerge with it. Get it out near the blue line. Shot up coming. That's going to hit a defender in the front. Now a chance and a diving save made by Medica. Thievery that time by the Suffern goalkeeper, goaltender, goalie, whatever you want to call him. He saved it right there with a stop on the dive. He kept this a 2-goal game for right now. Suffern ahead 4-2 with 3:29 left to play. Thanks in part to that man right there, Nick Medica. Big save right there on the dive. Robbery on the doorstep for Sean Lynch. I thought we had a whistle there. I think no whistle, still no whistle. These people are going to be waiting. And sounds like somebody either has a whistle in the stands or maybe it's a small child screaming or something like that. Sounds like a whistle on the ice, and that kind of messed up the flow there for a couple of seconds. Played along the glass for Suffern. 2:45 left. Not going to be surprised if we see West Jenny going for broke here in the last couple of minutes. Deflection and a chance for the Wildcats. Shot on another save made by Medica. Warning for all the people on the online side, under 10%. So another penalty against Suffern. They're going to be on the penalty kill for 117 and 2:26 left. If we cut out on the online side, it's because the batteries have finally died. We've run out of juice. But we'll have complete video replay online later tonight for the last couple of minutes here, and we'll try and tweet out the result as quickly as possible. 2:12 left, 4-2, Suffern in the lead. And bodies are going to deflect back and forth underneath us right here. Now under 2 minutes, 50 seconds left on the power play for West Genesee. They haven't converted on an advantage yet tonight. Out to Michael. He'll put one on. This one's going to bounce just wide. Still 4-2. 1:45 left now as the clock starts to become a factor. West Genesee hasn't pulled their goaltender yet, though, and they'll be back out of the neutral ice. Back it out there with Gofflob, and here come the Wildcats, just keeping an eye on that goalie back there. They'll switch up a couple skaters. Control instead by the Mounties. Flip it through the neutral zone, almost a dump in there. We have a deflection in the neutral zone, though. 12 seconds left on the advantage for the Wildcats. Somebody got a glove up, or a stick up a little bit high. Might have caught somebody with it right there as one of the Mounties comes away holding his hand. Hill's going to flip it across ice. Penalty is killed. 1:07 left to play. 1 minute left now. 4-2. Suffern leads West Genesee. Wildcats with a 31-22 shot advantage, but they're down by 2 on the scoreboard. Shot up high and wide. This one's going to get all the way to the near side boards. Trying to get on the neutral. He flipped on toward goal. Medika couldn't get his hand to it, though, and they've gone to the far side now. But the Mounties will clear the zone. 35 seconds left. Looks like the batteries will hold out for us today. Shot on, but it was way above Barone's shoulder. Bounced off the glass. 26 seconds left as this one's dumped in back and behind. Medika's going to cover. We're going to have a timeout on the ice. Less than 5% left on the battery. 22.9 left to go. 4-2 Suffern in the lead. We're going to step aside actually on the online side, try and save the rest of the juice here so we can get to the final as quickly as possible. So 4-2 lead, 22.9 left. Timeout on the ice. I'm Ben Myers for AuburnPub.com. Thanks for joining us on the online side tonight. We'll have the full HD video replay of this up on the website as soon as possible so we can get it uploaded. But thanks for joining us on the online side, and we'll see you next time. Last couple seconds here on the online video side. Gets on Medika. It's going to be knocked back in behind, slinging around the boards. Fire at the length of the ice. Kind of an icing call here. West Genny has pulled the goaltender. We're back down for another face-off. One last chance for West Genny. They're going to need a shot on this. And they get the shot, but not the goal. Another save, stop, 12.6 left in a very tall order. Crazier things, of course, have always happened. It looks like this one's just about wrapped up in the Mounties' favor. One controlled by Suffern, bounce it off the boards, bounce off the boards again. Going to have icing here once again against Suffern, but just a matter of killing the clock now. Puck down, gets on Medika once again. He'll cover again. Down to 1.7. that's going to bring this one to an end. Suffern wins it again as they mob their goaltender. 4-2, Suffern takes the win over West Genesee. 33-22 shot advantage for the Wildcats, but it doesn't matter. A 4-2 advantage on the final score for Suffern in this Wildcat Classic to open up the 2012-13 high school boys hockey season here in New York. I'm Ben Myers for AuburnPub.com. Bring you another one as soon as we can. But that's going to do it for us for the evening. 4-2, Suffern with the win. 31 saves for Nick Badica of Suffern. I'm Ben Myers. 4-2, Suffern wins. See you next time.